Good morning, everyone. We'll get started in about 1 minute. If you're new to the group, it's a reminder or a request to post your contact info into the chat. We encourage people to meet and, outside of this meeting and do what we call one-on-ones. And originally, we were all about LinkedIn, so we'll kind of broaden our horizons somewhat, but we do encourage you to connect with each other on LinkedIn. So if you can post your LinkedIn link in that chat, that'd be good.
Scott,
Yes, sir.
could I embarrass Bob?
I don't know. I don't know if that's possible.
Bob, can I embarrass you?
Oh, sure.
Okay, if we have a minute or two, sometime in the middle, I want to give you a critique of your LinkedIn profile.
Of my LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah, I'm always open to, I'm a good listener. Hold on one second.
No, 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 no. You're not listening. This is a written critique. I'm going to post it on the screen for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Give me a minute or two to prep it.
Moshe Math is calling me, so he's probably got a problem. So
I just left him. Tell him to get in the car.
good morning. This is
That's why he's got a problem. You just left him, Bill.
I know. Yeah,
All right. Well, let us get started. Welcome to another thrill-packed episode of Mycity Zoom networking group. I'm your host, Scott Harrell. Our fearless leader is Bob Friedenthal of Mycity, and we are a networking group. And we're going to invite each person to have 1 minute. I'm going to use the timer to introduce yourselves, and um, we're also going to be doing shout outs today to praise other people that we've met with for positive experiences we've had or business problems we've solved. So we're going to give you a little bit of extra time if you are doing a shout out along with your introduction, which we will allow this morning. And we're going to start with Bob Friedenthal. So take it away, Bob.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I've been in technology forever. Um, and the only thing I can tell you is that the world is changing and it's changing rapidly. So if you're not involved in the change, you're going to be left in the dust. So I own a company called mycity.com, and I've been doing this for 25, 30 years prior to pay-per-click. And you know, I used to own over 1,000 websites, and I had a team of people that would SEO all 1,000 of these websites. And I'm not even sure if that's needed anymore, but we have lots of change ahead of us. I think everybody can agree to that. What we see today is not going to be the same thing as tomorrow. So, get with it. So what I do, by the way, I have a team of people that manage LinkedIn accounts, and I've been doing that forever.
And you do a heck of a job.
Thank
I'll
you.
give a quick shout out to Bob. He's helped manage my LinkedIn profile so that I went from under 500 to over 2,000 connections. So that's pretty significant level of growth.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right, so up next, we're going to talk to Roy Dicken and then Debbie Voris and then Sam Curd. So take it away, Roy.
All right, Scott, thank you. Probably a number of you know that we're offering predictive maintenance solutions and really other manufacturing solutions. And now what we're adding to this is AI-powered manufacturing dashboards. So we're following Bob Friedenthal's advice. We got to keep expanding. We got to keep getting better. So now we got AI-powered manufacturing dashboards. And what these can turn out to be is a complete factory transformation in one package. It can connect to any machine on a manufacturing floor, creates virtual twins that I think I've told you about, uses AI to predict problems, and that's where we get the predictive maintenance solutions. It works in real time, real world conditions. We have specialized sensors and rugged factory floor displays so that it doesn't matter what the environment is. And it integrates with all existing factory systems for seamless operations, and no technical expertise is required. And that's what we're doing now.
That sounds like good stuff, Roy.
Thank you, Scott.
So, is it appropriate for any company that has existing software? We can somehow connect to it, or how does it work?
We're primarily going after manufacturers,
Mhm.
but it's any company that does SOPs, standard operating procedures. We can automate these and add AI to them where they fit. So yes, the answer is yes, but we're really restricting our targeting. Not that we won't do anything with anybody else, but for the people that we're going after, strictly manufacturers in a certain revenue range, so they've got the money to be able to take advantage of this and get a quick return on investment the very first year.
So Scott, a little bit more insight into Roy's. Anybody who's spent time with Roy on the digital marketing side, you know how complete of a service he provides there. But with the team he's put together on the manufacturing and aiding in the manufacturing side, including Phil and a couple of other people that you guys are aware of, it's really going to be a juggernaut as they bring the new technology to really kind of legacy type of technology. So it's, you haven't met with them and you have any interest or you have any connections in the business world, it would be behoove you and your client to spend a little bit of time with Roy.
Thank you, Nate. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you both. And then good morning, Debbie Boris. Welcome back.
Good morning. Well, I'm Debbie, and I'm your certified holistic health coach, and I do identify people's root cause for health and mindset and create a custom natural holistic strategy. I also have a podcast called Debbie Changes Lives on YouTube. And my last podcast was with Dr. Taylor Mitchell, which was a traditional naturopath, where she has some breakthroughs and formulas that are naturopathic. Next week, I have Sloan Riley, and she's a voice coach that helps your body holistically. Now, I have also an event coming up because we certainly are living in uncertain times. People are losing their jobs, their stress, and of course, all the global issues. And it's crucial to navigate with a positive mindset during these stressful times. So my workshop is called Empower Your Mind and Body. It's on Saturday, June 21st at 9 a.m. And you go to my, the link is going to be in the chat, my website, which is Empower Your Mind and Body, and sign up for it and find out more information there. If you have any other questions regarding holistic health, just contact me and you'll see and feel the solutions with my coaching from Debbie Changes Lives.
Thank you, Debbie.
Very nice. By the way, gang, if you haven't put your information into the chat room, I highly suggest it.
All right. Okay, next up, we're going to talk to Sam and then Cheryl and then Al and then Betty and then Bill. So good morning, Sam Kurd.
Good morning. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, everybody. First of all, I'd like to mention and give a shout out to Nate for giving referrals on LinkedIn for everybody. And that's just an amazing thing that he does. So I'm Sam Kurd, and with 4C Productions, then we create websites. Did somebody say something? Okay. And we create stunning websites, and we go beyond the obvious and the standard designs, and we look for more innovative and more approachable ways to make your website more interactive and engaging. So that's one. Number two is we include videos and logos and AI for, let's call it podcast, if you will, and that enhances your presence. And I've had a couple of meetings with Phil and one with Spencer. I guess he's not on. And I didn't say anything else. Just feel free to give me a call. I'll be happy if you'd like me to look at your website and give you an evaluation. Doesn't cost you anything, but that's just how we do business. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. And good morning, Cheryl McBride.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, Scott, I'll shout you out first. I think you know how to run the meeting so well, and I love what you're doing also. So we're cohorts in getting financial education out. Thank you, thank you. I'm in Arizona right now, and we are on the crusade to teach every family how money works and how it can work in their life to make them successful. So, and I'm so thankful for Debbie Boris is doing a great job, and I love to see her podcasts. And Betty Withrow is so very supportive. I'm so happy to refer people to her because I get good results, good comments back. So she's doing a good job. So thank you. And Bob. Bob always keeps me in line. So thank you all. Appreciate. I know there's a lot more that I could shout out, but that's all for today. Thanks.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, Cheryl. All right, a man with I have a pretty good beard myself, but I'm a little envious of Al. So good morning, Al.
Good morning, and thanks for having me. So it's my second meeting. I was here a few weeks ago, hoping to join in the future. I've got some calendar conflicts I'm trying to work out, but happy to be here. I'm a financial advisor. After 20 plus years on the corporate side, went independent about 5 years ago. And what's a little different about what I do is, having gone independent now, I freed myself from sales quotas and product sales and those kind of things. So I'm an advice only financial advisor, virtual practice. I help people across the entire wealth spectrum. So if it's insurance needs, estate planning, investments, I'm licensed and registered with the SEC, but I don't have to have open accounts. Just give people advice and help them save money and earn more on what they have. And that's pretty much my short story.
It's so short that we don't even know where you are.
I am in the San Fernando Valley, but I travel. So I spend time in LA, Florida, New York, and Las Vegas. I've got places East Coast, West Coast, so I'm bi-coastal.
Love that. That's great.
Al, did you put your information in the chat room?
I did, yes.
I like to schedule a meeting with you. We serve some of the same clients, but I'm sure in a different way. So
Yeah, feel free.
all righty. And then our good friend Betty's up next. So take it away, Betty.
All right. Thank you, Scott. And good morning, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to Scott and one to Bob. These guys know how to brainstorm. Like, if you really want to get into an idea mishmash, get on the phone with Bob because he's very creative. Uh, and Scott is just a generous and kind host and a fine friend. So I'm Betty Withrow. I'm the Writer's Launchpad. I focus on refining your message and primarily book creation of all forms of support for that activity. But I also do content creation, editing, ghostwriting, and so on. And when we're talking about innovation, imagine how it felt for people when writing was invented. They started to wonder about what about the skill that we have of memorizing everything that we do, and those memory skills of thousands of years began to atrophy. Then again, you have the printing press. What about all those people who copied manuscripts and the beautiful illuminated manuscripts that were lost? So every time we advance, there's an advancement and there's something lost. It's the story of human nature and progress. I leave you with this thought from my great rhetoric teacher: truth lies in fine distinctions.
That's a good one.
She told us that every day. During the hour, you're going to hear two things: truth lies in fine distinctions, and study the available means of persuasion. So there's no way to forget it. Every day. Thank you.
And
Yep.
just humor me. When was that message delivered to you?
That was my revered mentor, Marion Shelby, who taught me rhetoric in the college level classes in 1970 when I was in high school. 1969, 70.
See that
Good teacher.
that doesn't speak to how education can change lives. I'm sure there are many examples, but
Yeah, yeah. It was her last year, and she wanted to be sure we got it right.
that's
I can tell
awesome.
you some other amazing quotes from her, but I don't want to hog everyone's time. So thank you.
Can you repeat what you said, Betty, please?
Yes, truth lies in fine distinctions.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
Like the space between the words and the ink, right?
Right, right. And the subtle way that a concept is steered through the nuances of grammar. So yeah, it goes on.
Hey, Betty, I got a book idea for you.
Okay, let's talk
Betty,
about it.
do you think that those distinctions can ever be defined by algorithms?
Um, I think AI has a long way to go before it really can grasp the intense subtleties that are possible. Yeah, I mean, it may be possible at some point, but it's not there yet for sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna just we'll move on, but I wanted to quickly mention that I heard a notion that was kind of mind-boggling in a sense that artificial intelligence is not artificial. It's just intelligence, and we're just kind of diving into it.
Really true.
So who knows where that's going to go? Hopefully, the positive direction, right?
It is programmed.
Right.
Well, maybe it's programmed. I mean, it starts as a program, but
It is programmed by humans. So
yeah,
in mind.
there's a philosophical discussion that we could have, but we'll move on. So, thank you, Betty, and good morning, Bill Schweber.
Gotta unmute. Bill Schweber, I do IT data forensics for major litigation, and we had a networking meeting for our attorneys and accountants, and the subtopic, Moshe was there, come on camera, I know you're having coffee. The subtopic or the topic was LinkedIn. And as a teaser, I said, if you come to the meeting, I'm going to do a LinkedIn review of your profile. And I'm doing that now one by one. Most you didn't request one. I'm afraid to do one because ChatGPT is going to say, whoa, who are you doing? But I did one of Bob. Okay, Bob, are you ready? Can I share my screen?
Sure.
Hopefully,
This is really cool. Thanks, Bill.
Okay, here we go. You see my, oh, hold on. No, you have to allow me.
Mehdi, you want to give him co-host?
If need be, give him my time.
Okay, I got it now. Okay, Bob, me, ChatGPT says, drum roll. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna move fast. First, it's telling you what's good. Uh-oh, areas of improvement, Bob. That recommendations, call to action. Now it's taking a peek at Mycity, and it's giving you the conclusion. And that's it. If there's any speed readers, I'm sure you got the whole thing. Everybody else, I'm sending it to Bob.
That's cool.
Very cool.
And
can you CC me on that, please?
no, You give me your LinkedIn URL and I'll do
All
you.
right. Well, I'm gonna have I'm actually getting ready to do a major rewrite. So I'm gonna have seriously ChatGPT kind of give me a quick assessment and I'll make some changes and then you can do it.
Okay. Oh,
Fair
by the
enough.
way, if you're making changes, word of advice, turn off the setting that sends out the message to your entire universe that you're making changes
Oh
one.
yeah.
Otherwise, they're gonna get made a change, added a period. Come on, took out a word. You want to turn that off until you're done. When you reach a stable platform, then you can announce it to everybody.
Where do you turn that off?
It's one of the settings. If you have a one-on-one with me, I will show you.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is the only reason I was able to do this is kudos, Bob. Your profile is public. You know how many people don't have it set to be public? Let me tell you something, a lot. Now, what that means is if you're in LinkedIn, you can see the profile. If you're not at LinkedIn, guess what? You don't see anything. So since you want to get more clients, come on, guys, make your profile public. Okay.
Thank
If
you.
you want, I will get some simple instructions and I'll post it into chat.
Okay.
Good
Awesome. Good stuff, Bill. Thank you very much. Okay, so next up, we're going to talk to Phil Wolfstein and then Patrick O'Flynn and then Kathy Cuevas. So we'll start with Phil. Good morning.
Hi, well, good morning. Great to be here, everyone. Phil Wolfstein with Zoom Business Brokers. I'm a certified business broker, and what I do is I help business owners find qualified buyers for their business. So, Scott, we're going to do the shout outs at the end today.
You can do one now if you'd like.
Well, I got a few. Sam
Or just
Curd, I'm
pause your
working
timer.
with.
Go ahead. Take it away.
I'll tell you what, for quickly, Sam Curd with 4C Productions redid my website and just extremely professional, great design, new logo. Sam, thank you so much. It's really a pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
Also for Roy Dickin and the group with Nell Varenas, which is a strategic value plus solutions group. Really a very high-powered group of professionals. I think it's got great vision, focus, and energy in that group. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I can interface, but Roy, we really appreciate your bringing me in on that. And Scott, you're a fabulous moderator. So with that said, I just want to focus on a deal I'm going to be closing on in the end of this month. Out of that deal, brought in an SBA lender as part of the transaction, on the financing side. Introduced a CPA to the buyer who needed one. Working with them, transactional attorney came in on the seller side, also working with the buyer. And if the seller on this had come to me earlier, they would have been a great prospect for a business coach or advisor. So the point being, always working as a member of a team. Professionals in this group are key to what I do because it's not a solo deal. It's always a team operation to serve the client to get that process of selling a business through to a finish line. And I think I probably used up my time.
Boom.
Right on time.
Perfect.
timing is
All right.
perfect.
Thank you very much, Phil. Patrick, how are things over in Ireland?
And the sun is shining. It's really pleasant.
Nice.
We're so lucky to have food and sunshine and water, and I'm grateful. I had a one-on-one last during the week with Joan Nicasio, and it was absolutely stunning. He's not on here today,
No,
and
he just came on.
are you
Just got
serious?
here.
Where he's there? Oh my
Fortuitous
goodness!
timing.
So
Got here.
yeah, so look at what I got out of it is this, that we're all continuing to learn partial solutions for our area of expertise, but Joe focuses on finding the complete solution, and that is the space he works in. So this is a really, really interesting way to think about what Joe does. And there are gaps in all our learning and our way we're focusing on solutions. And so look, if you're in this space or you want to get into this space, talk to Joe. That's all I can say. Talk to Joe. You will get a lift physically and mentally. So that's look. What do I do? Look, if you know anybody that you know, love, and care about that's hurting, let them get in touch with me. And that's me. Thanks, Scott.
Well, that was very nice, Patrick. Thank you so much. Okay, so next up, Kathy. I had a meeting with Kathy. It was last Friday, actually. Wow, she's a spitfire and she's super smart. She's almost a little scary, but it was a great meeting and I really enjoyed it. So thank you, Kathy. Take it away.
That's pretty sad. A man thinks I'm scary. Thank you. I want to give a shout out first to Sam. Sam's always helped me for little things here and there. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been bombarded by emails from someone claiming to be from Wix, which is who's hosting my website. And finally, they said we're gonna shut your page down or something like that within a couple of days if you don't comply with this because you've got like some kind of coding that's wrong and spam stuff or whatever was going on. And I'm like freaking out. And then they send me another email with names of guys to call. So one of them automatically just contacts me and says, I can fix your site for $150. I'm like losing my stuff. What is wrong with my site? I had a good person set it up. So I forwarded an email to Sam and I should have known this because I know these things, but it was wix@gmail.com. And it was actually a scam. They probably wanted to put bad code in my website. So thank you, Sam, for having my back on that one. So I'm going to be super fast now with my time since I got 6 seconds left. I'm a financial coach dedicated to empowering women overcome financial stress. And I do it from a point of not just book smarts, which most of my stuff is not book smarts, although I do have a business degree. I've come from the school of hard knocks. I've been there, done that, almost lost a home with 2 young girls after divorce, and just have gone through all kinds of hell. Through all my hardships, I scrambled my way out. I figured out how to do a bud sheet because they weren't invented back then. I did my own formulas and did my own housing stuff, and I was able to actually save myself and eventually get out of that mess. And then later on, teach myself how to invest in stocks by reading Motley Fool articles, going to webinars, going to workshop. There wasn't webinars back then. Went to physical workshops and stuff. So I actually saved myself through all that and was able to retire early and way overpad my retirement account my last 10 to 15 years of life. So I just want to help women either avoid that mess or skip it altogether if they're not even in it yet.
Kathy, it's called Black and Blue University.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine was the School of Hard Knocks.
That's right. That's why I say called Black and Blue University, though.
I don't like black and blue. I had an abusive ex.
Oh, excuse me. I am seriously. I had no idea.
I like School of
Good
Hard
one,
Knocks.
Moshi. Yeah.
All right. Let me get the foot out of my mouth. Excuse me.
It's all right. You're trying. All right, thanks, Kathy. Good stuff. So next up, somehow the Zoom features kind of switched the sequence of people that came in, but I'm going to make a quick list of who will be next. So that'll be Sydney, followed by Werimu Sirumega. I hope I said that close to right. Followed by Halisi Tambuzi. So take it away, Sydney.
Okay, it's good to be here again. I'll just say I had a wonderful conversation with Bob Friedenthal. We're brothers, I think. The conversation was just like I've known him my entire life. Turns out we're about 3 days apart in terms of we were born in the same year in March, a few days apart. So we're like, he's my older brother. He was born before I was. But anyways, I'm an artist. I live in San Diego. I've been doing art for 50 years, but I've also done many, many, many other things, including work in tech and education and working with kids and this and that. And so first of all, I'll say I have a link on the chat over here. Please go there and take a look at my art because the art is very important. As a matter of fact, I think it's kind of fun to look at the screen here And look at, if you just look at all the various backgrounds that are here, they share a lot about your spirit and what kind of is important to you. So art really does portray dynamic of you. So for example, if you have an office and you don't have any people come in, it's rather sterile and not very exciting. But by adding the right art that reflects who you are, it transmits information to whoever is in your office or your home or wherever else about you. So anyways, if you get a chance, go to my website, wildsmithstudio.com. And that's, by the way, it's the Wildsmith, just like I can see on my screen here, ILDESMITH. And take a look. There's hundreds of different images there in all sorts of different styles, something for absolutely everybody. So that's what I'd suggest you take a look. Just have fun. Just have fun. There's a lot of fun stuff there. But again, and then in terms of AI, I always think of AI as reflecting the global mind. It has been created by us. It reflects things that we've posted. And I've had some extraordinary experiences with AI to the point that it's been like very, 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 very personal. It's becoming that for many people. And I think that's an interesting dynamic. And I'll leave it at that. Okay, carry on, guys.
Thank you,
Did
Sydney.
you used to do video for the San Diego Inventors Forum?
Let's see, who is this talking?
Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, absolutely. I did over 150 videos for San Diego Inventors Forum.
Like I said, I met you in 2016 when I gave a talk down there.
Okay, yeah. Let's see, where are you here? Wave your hand. I'm trying to find you fast here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we've met. Okay. Yeah, so I was on the board of directors of the San Diego Inventors Forum because I like to help people get things done. I worked in inventions but yeah, go to the San Diego Inventors Forum. There's about 150 videos there with all the various speakers that were presented. I did a couple of presentations on how to create proper videos. It was fun. Very fun.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Good to see you again.
Great work, by the way. Sydney. I'm looking at your website. Beautiful stuff.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Great. Yeah. I invite you all to. Oh, here's a fun thing here. Now, it's not just paintings. Okay. This is a picture I did of Georgia O'Keeffe drawing, and you can get anything on there. You can make a mug or a tote bag or a puzzle or whatever you want. So it's a lot of fun. Okay.
That's cool. I like that.
To have fun and make money. So
and make money. That's good. Yeah, that's what we're all here to do, at least at one
all
level.
about. All right, thanks, Sydney. Let's give a first timer. I'm sorry if probably butchered your name, but Werimu Saramaga.
Yeah, I keep getting that, but it's all right. My name is Wairimu Saramaga, so no hard feelings there. So I'm a brand architect, and that's just a fancy way of saying ideas and just capture the presentation as soon as you can. And what I basically do is I add souls to brands. So we find out your story and we find out how to connect your story to your target audience so that people can feel something as they buy, because that's the major driving force behind purchase decisions. Emotion, then logic. So that's what I do. And also to create brands that stand out in this crowded market, it needs to be emotionally viable. So I hope to work with any of you if you need any help concerning your brands. But most of all, it's lovely meeting you all. Thank you.
Be sure to drop your information in the chat there. I've got somebody I'd like to introduce you to.
Oh, okay, thank you. Sure. Let me send it. Okay, there.
Where are you? LinkedIn?
Yes, I am. I've just sent. Oh, sorry. Personalized message. Ignore the Vicent. But yeah, I've just sent a message in the group with my contact information. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for showing up. Nice to have you
You're
here.
welcome. Lovely meeting you all.
Looks like you're in Sausalito.
We're all in Sausalito. It's built into Zoom.
So we want to be in Big Sur, right, buddy?
I'm going there next weekend for fire clearance weekend. There'll be a lot of loud noise and tractors and things, Nate.
Okay. Next up, Halisi Tembuzi. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm gonna turn my video off since I am taking my daughter to school. But I am Halisi Tim. Business is Workplace Investigators. I help employers answer the question, how have we been doing with our HR functions? I provide workplace audits, help with investigations, and I help them set up their HR systems. Most HR companies are helping employers from moving forward, meaning that they help them with their documents moving forward. But a legal claim is a look back. And so I'm providing employers with an audit to help them assess their risk and look at their blind spots. My target is small businesses with employees between 5 and 200 employees, and in the areas of construction, healthcare, uh, hospitality, and restaurants and manufacturing. So I put my information in the chat. Looking forward to connecting.
Fantastic. Yeah, I definitely wanted, I mentioned this before, we got to schedule a one-on-one, so maybe next week. All righty, so next up, we're going to talk to Nate, followed by Stevie Valentine, followed by Tracy Fryer. So good morning, Nate Hollums.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Nate Hollums, coming to you from beautiful downtown Cincinnati. And I work with businesses that have 20 employees or more. We work to expand their benefits at no cost to the employee and no cost to the employer. One of the things that's coming down the pike for those of you who are advising other businesses is in the world of compliance. So healthcare was one of the first things that was deployed and enforced in terms of businesses having to offer that. So anybody who has 50 employees or more needs to offer health insurance. You probably are already aware of that. Long-term care and mental health are two other benefits that are going to be required as of January 1 next year, and earlier than that, actually, for the long-term care, and there are pretty substantial financial penalties. Our program not only has a world-class platform of benefits, but it solves those two compliance problems as well without having to purchase any additional services. So thanks for the time. Nate Hollums. Talk to you soon.
I had a nice call with Nate yesterday, and we're going to be doing some work together. He's an awesome guy. So thank you. All right, next up, Stevie Valentine.
I pass.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And we got a live cat video happening with Tracy Fryer. I love that. So good morning, Tracy.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, my cat always has tea with me in the morning. If she doesn't, she cries. So she's used to this. So now that I'm part of the morning meetings, so she's always with me around this time. Thank you. What I do, I'm an artist. I've done lots of different things with my art career. I've done commercial artwork for designers, builders, architects. In the past, I worked in graphic design in the very beginning as well. And then I ended up opening up an art gallery. Also love historical reservation with homes, got my real estate license, did real estate investing and stocks investments as well. When concurrently, and then when I had my art gallery, we closed down during COVID because we were having events. Then I'm reopening now with a twist. I recently got married. My husband is joining forces with me. He's also an established music producer. So we're creating a space where we sell our art memorabilia, items to sell, and also opening a tea component to it as well. I've had people get married at our space. We have a garden there. So it's kind of a blend of music and art events, and you can book your tea, your proper British tea in the weekends. He's from England, so we're doing a twist with that as well.
Cool.
We're in the process of opening it, so it's not open at the moment. We're redoing the gardens. We had windstorm damage with the horrible fires. We're located in Eagle Rock, right by Pasadena, in Los Angeles.
Great location. Twist. So thank you, Trace. Good to have
Thank
you.
you. Oh, I'm gonna say last time, it's a benefit corporation. Forgot to mention that last meeting, which we donate part of our acquisitions to animal charities because that's our passion and our love. Also writing a book with Betty's working with me, and I'm writing a book that ties in with the whole vibe of the business. Thank you for that.
All righty. So next up, we're gonna make a quick list. Dennis Schroeder, followed by Motion Math, followed by Joe Nicasio. Take it away, Dennis.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm Dennis Schroeder. I live in Middle Tennessee, just a little bit north of Nashville. I'm a retired Army officer. I run a small nonprofit organization called the Price of Freedom Foundation. We are dedicated to telling the complete life stories of those who paid the ultimate price, who died in military service to our nation. And I will be posting next week the links to our Memorial Day event and fundraiser. It's going to run basically all day long, and I hope to see you all when you can get on there. Thank you so much.
It's an important day, so thank you, Dennis. All right, so next up, Motion Math.
Good morning. My name is Motion Math. I'm a partner in a company called Neuroentrained Sciences. Our system is involved with what they call brainwave entrainment using sound, light, and vibration through zero gravity systems. One of the terms my partner coined was a term called sonic massage, because we do our top end model looks similar to massage chairs at the airport, but unlike them, we're not touching you. So you're getting all the benefits of a massage, but it's more of a sonic massage. So your mind is being bathed through the use of the sound, light, and vibration. The other term he coined is a term called biofeed in. In biofeedback, you have to make the change which shows up on the monitor. Using our system with the different amenities combined, you become the change agent, and that's what shows up on the monitor. And that's why he coined the term biofeed in. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. And to all those moms out there, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Nice, thank you, Motion. All right, next up, we're going to talk to Joe, and then Burke, and then Ale, and then Santa. So, good morning, Joe Nicasio.
Hey, Scott. Good to see you. Got here a little late today. I had a super early morning call with a international client, and then I passed out. I had like a little hour window, and anyway, so I'm Joe Nicasio. I'm a business consultant. I see things in business that maybe you don't see. It's like a lot of times, you ever go to the 3D movie? Sometimes I feel as a business consultant, we're all sitting together in a 3D movie, but I'm the passes. I see things that other people don't see. Let me give everybody a quick tip. Whether it's your website or your copy, your messaging, one of the mistakes I see people make quite frequently is they very heavily use the word I do this and I do this and we do this and we do that. The truth is nobody really cares about what we do. If you just make a simple shift from what I do to what you get, it's going to be a hell of a lot more valuable. A lot of times we fall in love with our product or service, or we fall in love with ourselves, and what the person we really want to fall in love with is our customer, because they're the person that buys from us. Anyway, please feel free to reach out. Been working with some people. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Bob. Had a good one-on-one with Patrick O'Flynn. That was fun from Ireland. And I just look forward to it. I love helping people grow their businesses, and I hate seeing people struggle. And that's why I created the work that I do.
It's good stuff. All right, thank you, Joe. Next up, let's see. I think I said Burke Franklin. So Burke, you take it away.
All righty then. Morning, everybody. Burke Franklin, Business Power Tools. What you get is a system and tools to start, build, and run a successful business of enduring value around products and services that make our world a better place. So I want to help you do what you help everyone else. So anyway, Business Power Tools is your secure, collaborative online platform loaded with self-guided, customizable, software-driven document spreadsheet templates. That's a mouthful, but that's what it is. Anyway, it's ideal for anybody growth-oriented, for business owners, for advisors who you need a proven, ready-to-use documents and selection models to raise capital. You want to systematize businesses with policies and procedures. And it's great for putting together a professional, believable is the operative word, their business plan for investors and lenders or a buyer for your business. So it's perfect for startups up to, say, $50 million, I'd say, or 50 people. And usually it's for people who need capital or you're selling their business as soon as possible. So take a look at businesspowertools.com and call me up. And I've got a link in the chat there. I'm happy to give you a demo.
Thank you, Burke. And you give great demos. So I encourage anybody who hasn't yet done that with Burke to do so. His dashboard is really valuable for your business. So
it's a lot of stuff that you're not doing that you could do. And I
Well,
also learned quickly from guys like Joe.
Burke,
Yeah.
I'm going to get on your calendar with a prospective client for you because I want to see it and I want to share this with them.
Okay, great. Thanks, Nate.
Look at that.
Just like that.
I love it. Okay, I'm delighted to have Hale with us and then Santa. So good morning, Hale.
Good day, my friends. Well, it's Hale, pronounced like hallelujah. What I do for you is that good, Joe? What I help you with is stay longer in longevity. What that means is, as a health span coach, you live your life in quality. People call it old age, and they wait till last minute until they think they're fine. Everything is perfect. I know for a fact I was living a holistic life. Everything was just super, you know. But what do you know? I was in bed. I couldn't even go to the restroom. I had to be carried to the restroom. So it's body, mind, and spirit. Taking those little steps. Also, as I said, body, mind, and spirit. It's just not one thing. I would love to guide you, give you that motivation, give you that inspiration, be that accountability to take small action steps starting today. So let's connect and let's see where you're at. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And good morning, Santa.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody else on the call. I hope everybody's off to a roaring start. Hey, it's Friday. You made it through another exciting week. I hope you're building your brand. That's my exciting word for the week. Build your brand, folks. All about, t-shirts and coloring books, and about to launch a cookbook with Santa's favorite 50 cookie recipes. Kinds of interesting, but building the brand. It's all about Santa Papa John. But we're going to talk about my other website, the Warriors Beacon of Hope. Love to support our veterans any way I can. Going to work with Dennis and a few other veteran groups to have a t-shirt selling competition or fundraiser to sell t-shirts where I'm going to support by donating back some of the proceeds back to the veteran group. So if you're a veteran group and you want some fundraising, let's have a collaboration phone call so I can help you raise some funds. And I'm looking forward to doing it. So Santa Papa John with the Warriors Beacon of Hope. Thanks,
Didn't I
Scott,
suggest the cookie cookbook last week?
Yes, it was like 2 weeks ago. No, someone else did it about 3 weeks ago. But yeah, I jumped all over it, Moshe, and I'm excited to see where this thing's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, God. You can give the
You are
girls
the man.
No, I was going to say, once you come up with some good things, maybe you can even go into correlation with the Girl Scouts.
Maybe.
No, for the cook play. Let me protect myself here. For the cookie sales.
I knew where you were going.
I know, but not everybody did. So I want to
Right.
Guys, it's the Scouts that think they're rebranding.
Oh, no.
True.
Oh God.
I wouldn't mess with the Girl Scouts and their cooking. It's like a kind of like a mafia. I mean, they've got that thing down. And
No. I was referring to adding, not to compete with them. My God, no way. I fear them as well.
and I am a client too, so
They attack you in front of every grocery store.
yeah.
By the way, I got to tell you the funniest line at one. It was a ShopRite, and in fact, the mother was embarrassed. Some girls were selling Girl Scout cookies, and one of the parents came by and she goes, "I don't have that much money on me." And then the youngster goes, "Well, we take credit cards." The mother was distraught with you. It was hysterical. I said, "That kid's going to
Really?
do well in sales."
Well,
That's
but they also
hilarious.
take the digital
Yes.
Venmo.
Venmo, PayPal, everything.
Yeah,
but,
So their
but,
cookies, they need to have a payment plan.
yeah, but to hear them say, to hear that youngster goes, "Oh, well, we can take credit cards," and
They just see the
I've
QR
heard some of my
code.
best closing lines from Girl Scouts. So
it's phenomenal. Okay, so before I forget, I'll just reintroduce myself and tell you about my business. I'm Scott Harrell. My business is Life Tree Prosperity, and I've developed a business owner's profit system that can help you to increase your profits and keep your employees, make them happy and stay with you longer, and then help you retire rich. It's a three-step system that works with every business, but it's configurable, and every business is unique. So I take a unique approach with everybody I meet with. So I'd be delighted to meet with you. And we've got 2 minutes left. So anybody want to give a quick shout out or a quick marketing tip? Now's your chance.
I want to give a quick shout out to both Nate Hallams and Phil Goldstein. They have fabulous services that they've got, but they're also helping us put together our new company, and their services will be something that our manufacturers are going to want as well. So it's giving us an opportunity to increase our solution. So thank you, Nate, and thank you, Phil.
And I want to give a shout out to Sam Kurd because he really cares about people. And I told him I get a lot of people saying they're going to take my Facebook page down. I'm like, I don't really care. But he was telling me that's really a scam. I'm like, okay, I thought so. But it gets to the point where everyone is, I get messages all the time on Facebook and on my business page. And, it doesn't make sense. So I just don't pay attention. But Sam just, confirmed that I was correct. So I really appreciate that.
Okay.
I had a great conversation with Scott as well, and I've had multiple very long conversations with Bob, and I think we're almost brother and sister as much as we've got to know about each other. We have a lot of the same stories and the same timelines and time frames of stuff we've all been through. So he's got some great stories if you guys have time to chat with him.
I have a marketing tip. Oh, wait, sorry. I think you can go first.
You go first.
Okay, so the marketing tip is
passed.
Oh, sorry. So my tip is whatever brand you're building, just use the BAB method for your story. Most of you have really moving stories. So it's before, after, and bridge. So the before is what your customer is suffering from. The after is the solution they get with using your product. And the bridge is your product. So you tie the whole story, how your product helps them to get there. And remember, the customer is always the hero. So connect with them as that. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Love that.
When I had the one-on-one with Joe Nicasio, he left me with this. I thought it was really good. He said, you come to a fork in the road in your life, and he says, do you choose the money, the wisdom, or the truth? And I think that is really searching. A thought for today. Thank you.
doesn't it?
I find that there's three kinds of people in this world: those who can count and those who can't.
The third?
Yeah, and then Yogi Berra said, if you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Yeah, Burke, that's like the old thing. There's three kinds of people in the world. Those are the people that make things happen, the people that watch things happen, and of course, the people that wondered what happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got way too many of the last groups. I love you guys. This is awesome. So I hope this is a prelude to a wonderful weekend and Mother's Day. Yeah, honor those moms out there. And thank you for joining us. And let's schedule those one-on-ones.
You
Thank
bet.
you. Have a
Thank
great
Great
weekend,
meeting,
everybody. Take
everyone.
care of your moms.